Hello, everybody. I'm Skip Elsheimer. Welcome to the AV Geeks Lunchtime Streaming Show, where we watch old 16mm films. And I'm wearing some readers because my computer monitor vision isn't so great, and so I end up craning my neck. This is what happens to old people, I've been told. Anyways, I hope everybody had a great weekend. I had a wonderful time in Fayetteville doing a game show, Who Wants to Be an AV Archivist, and I'm trying to figure out a way to make it work on the show, so maybe later this week we'll do that. Today, I started off with one film, and then I kind of thought I would build a theme around it, but it is a very loose theme, and some of these films we have seen over the last couple of years. I tried to make it nothing that was super recent, but here's a film about you and your money. Enjoy.
This is a story about you. We can't actually use your name in our story, since all names and faces must remain fictional. So let's give you a stage name. How about Parker? Joe Parker. This is your house, the one without a TV antenna. Joe Parker Sr.'s home right now. Let's go in and see him. But wait, there's Mama Parker. Sounds like she's badgering Joe for a television set. Seems like everybody else on the street has one except the Parker family. And my goodness, since Joe is by trade a TV cabinet maker, who can blame Mama for complaining? Well, here's Joe. You'll pardon him for not looking up. He's really got a problem. He's trying to push those figures around so his budget can afford a TV set. The budget would be a pushover, except here's the trouble. It's Bill Greenstuff. You know him. Everybody does. He's welcome in everyone's pocketbook and piggy bank. Trouble is, he's usually too little, too late, or doesn't stay long enough. He's a hard fellow to keep around. Well, Joe comes through after all. He mastered that budget. It was simple. All it took was leaving out food and clothing. So here we are at the Seymour and Better Television Company, Incorporated, to buy a TV set for the Parker family. Bill Greenstuff came along, too. You can't see him. He's hiding in Joe's pocket. He has a sneaking suspicion he's going to be traded off for that TV set. And you know something? He's right. Well, a man and his money are soon parted. There go Mama and Joe with that crazy TV set, leaving poor Bill in the hands of Mr. Ree Taylor. Bill is tired after that strenuous business transaction, and he'd like to take it easy for a while. But Mr. Ree Taylor has other plans. His stock of TV sets is low, so he's sending Bill along with an order for some new sets over to the wholesaler. Business is looking up for Mr. Wholesaler. Bill drops in with that order from Mr. Ree Taylor, and those dust-catching TV sets begin to move right into the truck and across town to Mr. Ree Taylor. Naturally, those departing sets have left a vacant spot, so our wholesaler calls up Mr. Manufacturer to see how chances are for getting a new shipment. "Delighted," he says, as Bill, needing no further cue, wearily picks up the order and moves on to Mr. Manufacturer, who receives him quite graciously, although Bill is beginning to get a bit frayed around the edges from all his travels. Sensing this fatigue, Mr. Manufacturer puts Bill away for a short rest. Too darn short for Bill's thinking. He had just gotten settled nicely when the roll call was sounded for payday and Bill's name was called.
"Hey, Bill!"
And to whom do you suppose Bill is doled out? You guessed it, Joe Parker. Joe makes TV cabinets. in Mr. Manufacturer's plant. Catch that eager look on Joe's face. You'd think he'd found a long-lost friend. Later on the way home from work, Bill gives Joe a blow-by-blow description of his travels.
There I was, flat on my back, when you left me with that real gone retailer. And ever since then, I've been chasing television sets around. First, you traded me to the retailer for television. Then the retailer traded me to a wholesaler for television. And the wholesaler traded me to the manufacturer for television, who traded me to you for your services in his television factory. Boy, after a trip on that television merry-go-round, I'm dead. I can't wait to pile into an old wallet for a nice long snooze. Hey, what happened? Thought I was talking to Joe Parker. Uh-oh. See that fiendish look in Mama Parker's eye? Here we go again.
Next day, there goes Mama with Bill in her handbag down to Madame Fifi's hat shop for that little number in the window that she's been eyeing so long. It wasn't hard to clinch the deal. All it took was,
"Oh la la, Madame looks so chic in the hat."
and Bill has changed hands again. Uh-oh. Looks like he's not going to get that nap at all. He forgot that there's more than one turn on a merry-go-round. From Mrs. Joe Parker, the consumer in this case, Bill is paid to a retailer, Madame Fifi. From there, he will go to one of Madame's wholesale creditors. From the wholesaler, Bill will be passed to the factory where the goods are manufactured. And eventually, when the factory pays its workers, our greenback friend is again in the hands of consumers, and we have completed another money cycle. Bill and others like him are always on the jump, making up a continuing flow of spending, from consumer to retailer to wholesaler to manufacturer, and again to the millions of workers like Joe Parker. And so go Bill and his pals, whether it's for TV sets, millinery, or any of the products our nation produces. As Bill Greenstuff and his friends flow from hand to hand, goods and services also move from hand to hand. The retailer sells to the consumer in exchange for Bill. The wholesaler keeps the retailer stocked for Bill. The manufacturer sells the finished product to the wholesaler for Bill, and we exchange our labor and other resources to the manufacturer for Bill. The flow of spendings and the flow of goods and services determine how high prices are. Price is the measure we use when we trade our money for goods and services. If there is no change in either of these flows, prices won't change. But our flow of goods usually increases as our country grows and our capacity to produce increases. And we want the flow of spendings to increase to match the flow of goods, so our nation's output can be sold and we can have jobs. But money's funny. If the flow of spendings increases faster than the flow of goods and services, we have inflation. This can come about in two ways. First, faster spending of existing money will push prices up. Second, we can spend more if our nation's money supply increases. That brings up an important part of our story. Let's see where all these extra dollars come from. When you borrow money from a bank, you give the bank your note, and it gives you a deposit credit against which you can write checks. When you write checks on that newly created deposit account, new money is being added to the spending stream. On the other hand, money is taken out of circulation when you pay your note at the bank. When inflation drives prices higher and higher, each dollar is worth less and less. More and more things are priced out of the reach of people living on pensions, on fixed incomes, the salaried worker, at least one half the wage earners of this country. Joe Parker hopes to save a little for his old age. But inflation can completely destroy the value of his savings. What can we do about inflation? Many things. Some are less desirable than others. We could pass a law, and Uncle Sam could say price increases are illegal. But as long as the money and the desire to spend that money exist, the pressure on prices is still there. Price controls, or any other direct controls, do not attack the cause of inflation. But there are several ways to get at these spending pressures. We can spend less and save more. That gives Bill a chance to rest and takes pressure off prices. We can increase output by working longer hours. That will add to the flow of goods and services. But overtime pay means more spending as well as more goods. That adds to the spending stream, and we don't necessarily come out ahead on that deal. One real secret is greater productivity. More output for every man-hour of work. This greater productivity is generally made possible by business investment, bigger plant, better equipment, better tools to work with. Uncle Sam can help too. He can cut down on the number of dollars he pours into that spending stream. Or he can increase taxes, pulling some of the extra dollars out of the spending stream. And something can be done about too much money created by excessive borrowing. The Federal Reserve System was established by Congress to regulate the supply, cost, and availability of money. The nation's central banking system, with headquarters in Washington and regional reserve banks throughout the country, can strongly influence the ability of banks to lend, creating monetary conditions favorable to stable economic progress and helping to avoid both inflation and deflation. So a great deal can be done to combat inflation and deflation by the Federal Reserve System, by governmental taxing and spending, by business and consumers. But in the final analysis, the decisions of the people, as voters or as individuals, tell the story. You have the final say in the value of your money. The best friend your money has is you.
It was kind of animated. So I think Byron Motion Pictures, interesting. That voice, the narrator sounded a lot like Stuart Finley, who was a radio announcer in the DC metro area who started a film company called Stuart Finley Films, and who made a bunch of films for the EPA. I kind of wonder if that was him. So, anyways. So I have been experimenting, and maybe you won't, if you have time, you want to maybe check this out. I have a new streaming setup, 24/7 streaming setup that I'm hosting directly, and it's pulling from YouTube, but it's pulling like from 12,000 films. And so that's the films I've uploaded, but it's also lunchtime shows, and I've made it to where the lunchtime shows don't dominate the schedule. There's PSAs, there's commercials, there's the ability to comment, and yeah, that will just be running. And then I don't have to, with Twitch, I had to make a setup that would run, and then I would have to interrupt it. So I basically have to have a computer running something that was being broadcast to Twitch. What this means, unfortunately, is that people won't just stumble across it. It means that you folks will be able to go there. So maybe at the end of the show, we can go over there and see what's up. I don't know. Who sells us things? So this is an interesting film. This came from a batch of educational films that I got in Memphis, Tennessee. where I had to drive a 25-foot truck over the Blue Ridge and Smoky Mountains, and that was, woo. Yeah, this is an interesting film. It looks like it's a kinescope, meaning that it was shown on video, but then they made a kinescope of it where they shot off a TV monitor. But it's black and white, even though this is obviously from the 70s. So this is Who Sells Us Things. Enjoy.
Do you like to go shopping? When do you like to shop? What would you like to buy? Have you ever picked out something you wanted, then paid for it yourself? Do you like to make your own decisions? How do you make decisions? If you drive to a shopping center, you may have your car serviced while you're shopping. Have you ever thought about the person who services a car? Is he a salesman? Does he sell anything? What does he sell? Would you like to work in a service station? What would you have to know to be a successful service station attendant? Donna and Brian are going to the shopping mall. They've won a contest. The prize is a choice of anything sold in any store in the mall. The manager is telling the winners to take their time and select something they really like. There are many stores to choose from. Each has a different product to sell. What do you think you would choose? Donna and Brian think they may want bicycles. Would you choose a bicycle? Does the sales lady need to know much about bicycles to sell them? Oh, why choose a bicycle when you can get a motorbike? Wait a minute, what is she saying? Brian is too young to ride a motorbike. Oh well, there are plenty of other stores to visit. Girls like jewelry. Donna thinks she might like a diamond ring. Would you choose a diamond ring? Does a jewelry salesman need any special knowledge? How is the jewelry salesman's job the same as the service station attendants and the bicycle sales ladies? Maybe we need to look a little longer to find just the right prize. Shopping can wear out your feet and make you hungry. Ice cream is a great refresher. What is your favorite flavor? Operating a cash register is a job also. In some businesses, there is a cashier who takes in all the money. In other businesses, the sales personnel operates the cash register. What would you need to know to be a good cashier? How would arithmetic be helpful to a cashier? Would you like to be a cashier? Strolling along, eating ice cream, and looking in the store windows is always fun. Who makes the store windows so attractive? People go in stores because of what is shown in the windows. Window display men are in charge of decorating the windows of stores. Do you think you would like to make a store window attractive? Gosh, there are lots of different stores, greeting card stores, clothing stores, and drugstores. Where will Donna and Brian find a prize? Everyone loves new shoes. Do you think they'll want new shoes? Would you want new shoes? A shoe salesman should know a lot about feet. What is he doing? Why do you think he's using this tool? How important is it for shoes to fit well? Do you get to choose your own shoes? What kind of shoes do you like? Do you think this salesman enjoys his work? What makes you think so? If you like shoes, do you think you would enjoy selling shoes? This salesman is also the manager of the shoe store. As manager, what other things does he need to know other than fitting shoes? Would a stock clerk be needed in this store? What would a stock clerk do? No, this is not exactly what they want. Everyone seems so helpful. Salespeople try to make each customer happy. If you like to talk and you enjoy being with people, you might want to work in a store of some kind. Brian is interested in stargazing. He may want his own telescope so he can look at the night skies. Why does the sales lady keep the telescope in a case? Have you ever wanted a camera so you could take your own pictures? Does the sales lady need special training to sell cameras and photographic supplies? What are some of the things she needs to know? Film comes in many different sizes and speeds. Cameras come in different types with different settings needed to operate each type. If the sales lady likes to take pictures, would this help her in doing a job better? A wig could be what Donna really wants. Is this sales lady's job something like a job in a beauty shop? Maybe Donna needs to wait a few years before she's ready for a wig. The toy department is always fun to go shopping in. Wouldn't you like to sell toys? Salespeople even work in the movie theater. Can you name 2 sales jobs in a movie theater? Almost everyone likes to play some sport. The equipment for most sports are found in a sporting goods store. Brian likes to fish. Do you think the salesman likes to fish? He knows so much about fishing. Donna and Brian think maybe they'd like a musical prize. Would the salesman need to know how to play a guitar to sell one? Will Brian choose the guitar? Maybe Donna will choose the bongo drums. Or maybe they'll choose some rock records. This salesman is trying to interest them in a lawnmower. They probably won't choose a lawnmower, would you? Stores, 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 and still Donna and Brian haven't found a prize. Do you think they'll leave without a prize? What store have they missed on their shopping trip? Can you tell what kind of store they're in now? Will they find their prize here? Would you have chosen the same prize? Is the pet store salesman pleased because he's made someone happy? Would you like to trade places with him?
Just a bunch of questions there's supposedly others in that series that I haven't digitized yet, but they're all questions. So who sells us things? And so that kind of sets us up for the idea that it's just going to be a series of questions. All right. Thanks for some of you going over to the tv.avgeeks.com site and playing with it. It is a work in progress. I literally threw it together yesterday, and I'm trying to make it user-friendly and something that people can watch when I'm not doing the show live. And there's a lot of content on there that will be going up, and we'll be putting more content up there. There's an ability to comment, so I'm going to ask some questions over there, soliciting some feedback. But let's learn about the consumer game. So there is a theme, right?
All right, dear, let's go over this one more time, okay? Now, I've just walked up to you on the beach. It's candid, right? You've seen it 1,000 times. Okay?
Probably the greatest factor working against the youthful consumer is simply that he rather stubbornly refuses to admit he's a consumer.
Okay, and I ask you about your deodorant, right? Not your cereal, not your wash day miracle, but your deodorant. It's personal, right?
Kids make up a market that spends $30 billion a year. $30 billion is big business. The business community is going to fight pretty hard for those dollars, and not always fairly.
Okay, now this is real life, right? Your deodorant has failed you. It's a crisis, right? Okay. So now your romance could have been in the rocks, so you're starting to worry. When? When will it happen next? Can I ever believe in my deodorant again? Okay?
Advertisers are going to play on such things as kids' fear of rejection by the opposite sex, or their need to be individuals, even when it's got nothing whatsoever to do with the product they're selling.
Okay, and now you say, very natural, right? Maybe I'm using the wrong brand. Maybe I'm using a deodorant that quits early. Okay, then zap, we nail him.
You know, I guess I'm like most kids. I thought all deodorants were alike. And well, I guess they are. Until it really counts.
Sunburst deodorant, fresh as an ocean spray.
The consumer game is one we all must play. Like any game, it's got its rules and strategy, and of course, luck doesn't hurt. But when you really think about it, winning just means getting the most for your money. So, what's the best strategy? I mean, how do you get the most for your money? Just look around, compare products and stores against each other. The difference between winning and losing can be comparison shopping.
Shop around, think before you try. Shop around, think before you buy.
Compare. That's easy enough, right? Wrong. There are 24 brands of cologne you may not be man enough to wear. 8 pain relievers that act faster and longer. Countless products enriched with fortified, activated additives. Brands that overpower with masculinity, and brands that tease with femininity. Brands that are new again this year, and brands that are an improvement over last year's improvement. In short, it's sometimes hard to be 99 and 44/100% sure that it contains twice as much of the leading improvement which 4 out of 5 now teenagers recommend most, when life's little problems become the real thing.
Shop around, think before you try. Shop around, think before you buy. Shop around, know the guarantee. Shop around, shop around, shop around.
Okay, let's say now you're ready to buy something, but you're not sure where. There are the department stores and the discount stores. The discount department stores and the department discount stores and the Well, anyway, each has advantages and disadvantages. And if you're looking at the identical article in each, you'd probably find a different price in each. Some have bargains on some things, some on others. What do? You comparison shop, right? Okay, now you've decided where to buy. What next? Which brand? Probably.
Government tests show that of the 5 leading brands of pain relievers, none was more effective than...
But the tests also showed that none was less effective. The AMA sets the minimum standards for all pain relievers.
Bleach does what no detergent alone can do.
True indeed. A bleach is for removing colors, a detergent for removing dirt.
Soap is 99 and 44 100% pure.
Pure what?
The strongest name in cleaners.
Well, so much for the name. With all these claims, how do you know what to buy?
Fried chicken, 4, please.
Start by reading the labels. They are the most important thing a manufacturer has to say about his product. If you are a hay fever sufferer, consider this. A popular name brand antihistamine costs between $2 and $3 for a bottle of 30 capsules. But under its generic or chemical name, chlorpheniramine, these same 30 capsules could be bought from a wholesale supply house for 21 cents. Often the best-known brands cost much more. Why? It could be that highly advertised brands spend as much on their advertising as others spend on the product alone. That's how they become household words. And who pays for the advertising? We do. Consider the many products boasting lemon juice as an ingredient. Why is lemon suddenly so necessary for everything from your oven to your hair? Get to know what's really in a product. Content is one of the most important things a label tells you. But in addition to what you're getting, labels can tell you how much you're getting. The maker of a soap that floats advertises that 4 of his bars cost as much as 3 of theirs. It's like getting 1 free, he says. If you compare weights, you'll see that 4 of his bars weigh about what 3 of theirs weigh. The floating soap contains more air. That's why it floats. Another important reason for reading labels is to determine what an item costs per unit of weight. If something weighs 5 ounces and it costs 60 cents, that's 12 cents an ounce, right? But with odd weights and prices, such as 5.25 ounces for 35 cents, many manufacturers have made it hard to compare unit prices. They've discouraged comparison shopping. But some stores help the consumer by calculating and posting the unit cost for him. It's a good idea to shop these stores, not just because comparison shopping is made easier, but because the store's willingness to help the consumer will be reflected in other ways as well. The consumer has other friends too. The United States Dairy Association, for instance, sets standards on many food items such as eggs, butter, and cheese. Many of us shy away from a grade C egg, thinking it's not as good. In fact, a lesser grade usually indicates only slight irregularities that have no effect on food value. So, if you're scrambling your eggs or using them for baking, a lower grade will be just as good as the more expensive kind. Standardization has its problems, though. For instance, a U.S. large olive is the 3rd smallest of 7 gradations. It precedes extra large, jumbo, colossal, and super colossal. We should all be aware of the consumer laws meant to protect us. The Truth in Packaging Act requires that where no standards have been set, the manufacturer must list the ingredients according to how much of each is in his product. Now, the fine print on fruit juice cans tells an interesting story. Fruit juice contains only fruit juice. Fruit drink contains water and sugar also. And fruit punch may contain only fruit flavoring and no fruit at all. One recent trend in merchandising is convenience packaging. Many of us are willing to pay the extra price. Let's see what it really is. Pre-shaped meat patties are twice as expensive as those you make yourself. Having the manufacturer slice your cheese costs 1/3 more. The sugar on your sugar-coated cereal costs 10 times the price of plain sugar. The dessert in your mini can costs as much per ounce as a good steak.
Shop around, think before you try. Shop around, think before you buy. Shop around, know the guarantee. Shop around, shop around, shop around.
Now you've bought whatever it was you were after. Happy day? Well, not quite. It doesn't always work. Now what? Most products are covered by a guarantee. There are two kinds, express and implied. The express guarantee states specifically in writing how much and under what conditions the manufacturer will stand behind his product. But when a guarantee says unconditionally guaranteed for life under normal usage or your money back, it's up to you to know what that means.
Well, what does your money back mean?
What is normal usage?
What's a lifetime?
If I sell the product, is the lifetime guarantee transferable?
If you don't know the answers to these questions, ask. And if you don't get the answers, don't buy.
I can't wait.
The implied guarantee is unwritten, but it means that a product is guaranteed to do the job it was sold to do. This guarantee is also between you and the manufacturer.
Stop! It's thinking! What's the matter with this thing? It's supposed to float. Pull it all out. I can't.
Most manufacturers are becoming more responsive to consumers. But if you have a problem, you may find yourself bogged down in correspondence. One way to eliminate this problem is to deal with reputable stores. They will sometimes assume the manufacturer's responsibility and make every effort to satisfy you.
Not a bad guy. This one better work, or we'll take it back, too.
Let's say you're going to buy something expensive, something really special, like your first car. Now you've got to decide how to pay for it.
Boy, you got a honey.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I know cars pretty good.
That's a real dream you got sitting here, let me tell you.
Hey, listen, I know.
You know you robbed me?
Huh? No, I didn't.
Yeah. I've been in this business a long time. They don't come any sharper. Look, what about the financing?
I don't know. I was originally planning on, paying cash for it. That car's a little bit more expensive than I was figuring on.
You're a smart kid, you know that?
Hmm.
Save your money. It doesn't pay not to finance.
Paying cash is the smartest thing a consumer can do. People almost always buy more expensive things when they finance.
You know, you're a sharp kid. I knew that the minute you came in here. This kid's been around.
Yeah, well...
Look, if you finance this beauty with us, we can make you a great deal. We do all our own financing, see? It's cheaper, all under one roof.
Many retailers who do their own financing, even reputable ones, work with finance companies. The dealer often gets a commission from the finance company. That's why he may try to get you to finance.
Look, I'll even knock $50 off.
Yeah?
Isn't that a great deal?
Sure.
Listen, I'm hardly going to make a nickel on this deal as it is. Now, that's going to work out to just $36.50 a month. Now, $36.50 for a man like you, that's nothing.
Yeah, well...
The question to ask is not how much a month, but for how many months? What's the total price and the true interest rate?
You're not going to find a better deal, let me tell you. I can assure you of that. Well, what's it going to be?
Shop around for credit like you would for anything else. A bank or a credit union will give you the best rates.
I don't know. I think I'm going to look around first, okay?
Well, wait a minute. 2% and you're driving away wheels like you were only dreaming about yesterday. Look, I'll throw in the tape deck. Isn't that a great deal? Huh? I'm asking you, is that not a great deal? Wait a minute, you know, no down payment, 20 bucks a month. Well, don't check around anywhere else. You got your deal right here.
Shop around, think before you try. Shop around, think before you buy. Shop around, take your time. Shop around, you don't have to be a loser. Put yourself in the place of chooser. Shop around, know the guarantee. Shop around, eliminate the uncertainties. Shop around.
It's a great song. It's a toe tapper. Or is it? I don't know. Hey, thanks for some of you folks for checking out my new channel hosted on my site, avgeeks.com. That is a place where I redid the website and kind of got away from WordPress and am now with a new host. And in the course of doing it, I added some functionality. There's a DVD shopping cart system there, so you can buy one of 140 different theme DVDs that we have. Yeah, lots of stuff there. And you guys had some great feedback and great suggestions. I'm going to go ahead and start this. This is going to run late, but I didn't think that the consumer game was going to last as long as it did. But here's the Magic Wheel. Enjoy.
Well, I guess that's all, folks.
Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen, I'm sorry to be late.
I was wondering what happened to you, Henry.
Well, I've been working on our impregnating ink idea, and you know I think I found a new reactor. I'm trying 3 parts acetone.
That's fine, Henry. We won't keep you long. Right now, we want to present to you your membership certificate and pin and welcome you to the 25-year club. It means something when 1 out of every 6 or 7 workers has been with the company 25 years and more. I want you to know, too, Henry, it's an honor to all of us who already wear the 25-year pin every time a man like you earns one.
Well, thank you, sir. 25 years. It's a long time. No, it isn't. Not when you're looking back at it. Seems more like the day before yesterday. It's funny what a lot of thoughts crowd into a fellow's mind at a time like this. I remember that first morning. I can see it as plain. Pete Wills gave me a lift in his car and then tried to talk me out of coming in.
Well, here we are, Henry. But I think you're making a mistake.
Biggest company in their line.
Yeah, but what are they going to do when they run out of places to sell them cash registers? They've got them about every place now. Those folks will be out of a job.
Doesn't look like it to me.
You got to think of your future, Henry. Some young, growing concern that still has a chance to go places.
Maybe so, but...
Besides, what's your chemistry training got to do with making cash registers?
I don't know yet. Maybe I just want to work here.
Good luck.
Thanks, Pete. That was it. I just wanted to work here. Starting some 40 years before that, with 13 employees, this company had taken a crude idea and developed it into the most widely used machine in the handling of money and records in the whole world. I've seen some of those early models since and heard some fantastic stories about them. When the first cash registers came out, some people were suspicious of them. They took the new machines to be a challenge to their honesty, instead of a faster, more accurate way of keeping track of sales. Fortunately, this opposition didn't last long, but there just at first, some of the rougher element tried to run cash register men out of town. And in those days, it took a brave man to be an NCR salesman, and clever at hiding his samples.
What's he look like, Jed?
I ain't seen him. Give me a drag.
Here he comes now.
You won't come peddling them things around here anymore.
You sure it's him? He ain't dressed like no drummer. He ain't carrying no case.
Good evening. Good evening.
Evening.
What's he carrying that bumbershoot for? It ain't raining?
Maybe he's the new preacher.
I'll go on back and sit down. Give me that bud.
There he goes into Noah's Ark. Maybe he's gonna buy something.
Hey, how long are we gonna wait around here?
Why don't you make like a hoop and roll away?
Skidoo to you two.
You wanna talk private? He'll do.
Mr. Purdy, I'm from the National Cash Register Company of Dayton, Ohio. Now, here is some new information about our new total adder. And this is a 3-key sample model.
Well, dog my kittens.
Many such thoughts flashed through my mind that morning 25 years ago. Why, the place was alive with tradition. Of course, I never dreamed then of the 2-block-long assembly lines we have today. I wasn't even thinking primarily of making better cash registers. Everyone tries to make a better product. But here was a company that had gone at it from an entirely new angle. It set out to improve the conditions under which the product was made. Not only for the sake of the product, but for the sake of the workers, too. They were given the first daylight factory. The walls were made 80% glass. The first welfare department for employees was established, which has been the model for industrial relations ever since. The first inside-the-plant dining room for the workers that has today grown into 9 different dining rooms, not counting the main auditorium where the workers can take their lunches and watch a movie while they eat. It is a common saying around Dayton, you don't have to carry lunch buckets to NCR. You get a home-cooked meal in the middle of the day, just like home. And a choice of pleasant surroundings where the folks can eat together and talk over problems or just have fun. The first factory medical section with free company doctor and nurses in attendance, sick benefits, group insurance, and so forth. Some of these ideas came from the employees themselves. Suggestion boxes were scattered through the factory and office buildings, another first in industry. The idea came from the legendary slot in the wall of the Doge's palace in ancient Venice. A citizen could write out his criticisms and suggestions which the authorities could study without knowing who made them. Payments to employees for suggestions used total thousands of dollars a year, and the company has more than 100,000 eyes and ears constantly watching and listening for ways to do things better. The salesmen were shown how a definite need for their product already existed in millions of places. The only catch being they had to learn not only everything about their machines, but about all the businesses for which the machines were designed. The result was threefold. NCR salesmen became experts in business systems and methods, and they developed a brand new concept in creative selling. The business world calls it the beginning of modern salesmanship. And I want to tell you, it's as fascinating to me today as it was the first time. The way those machines grow right before your eyes. The skilled hands that put together up to 20,000 parts in a single machine. Many of them not only more intricate, but more precise than the works of the finest watch. They have to be. They have to work longer and harder. They can't ever be almost right. They have to be exactly right, each time, every time, all the time. Everything we do ends up in figures. Figures on wheels. Big wheels, little wheels, round wheels, and decagonal. Figures on tabs and indicators, round, square, flat, and rectangular. Figures stamped on, rolled on, and painted on through silk. Figures black on white and white on black. Figures that are every color of the rainbow. Figures that pop up, spin around, and march up and down and sideways to infinity. I don't say we invented figures, but we put more of them to work than anybody I know. I knew in the early 1900s, Colonel Deeds had brought in a young electrical engineer, Charles F. Kettering. He also invented the self-starter for automobiles. His job at our place was to design a motor strong enough to operate a cash register, small enough to fit inside of it. Since then, the register had been expanded, developed, and refined until it seemed to me, even 25 years ago, that it could do about everything for a merchant except maybe deliver his packages. But I had this hunch that a company smart enough to make a machine like this, the like of which had never been seen before, and now it was in daily use all over the world, would be smart enough to come up with something else. And they were, as I soon found out. Oh yes, and I also needn't have worried about getting to use my chemistry training. I was amazed at all the different kinds of specialists it took to run this business. Technicians in fields I never dreamed would have anything to do with cash registers. Authorities on things as different as synthetic rubber and metallurgy, printing ink and plastics, eye health and store traffic. Anyway, I was running some polarized light tests one day not long after I started here when the department head walks in.
How you coming, Henry? Almost done. Good. I've just thrown some new specs at us. An accounting machine with a typewriter built into it.
A typewriter?
Yes, for descriptive billing. It'll open a new field for us.
Man, O'Day.
It'll double our market at least.
You know something? Someday we may be doing as much business in accounting machines as we now do in cash registers.
You know something? You might be right.
Looking back at myself 25 years ago, I think that's pretty good prophesying. We went on to the utility billing machine, the bank posting machine, the payroll machine, all from one little idea. But was it a dandy? With all our many specialists, for years they've been trying to find a better drive. The old tube within a tube system then in use had many limitations. Here's how one pair of those 100,000 eyes and ears were on the lookout for the good of the company. One Saturday afternoon, Walter Kreider, a model maker in the model shop at the plant, was mowing his lawn when his mower hit a stick or something. He stooped to clear the blades, and his eyes lighted on something. It was as though he were seeing a lawnmower for the first time. Sometime later, his wife found him in his cellar workshop.
Oh, there you are. Didn't you hear me? I've been calling you for supper.
Mama, I've got it.
You have, dear? Got what? I found the lawnmower with the grass half cut.
That's where I got the idea, see? A wheel within a wheel. That'll do it.
What are you talking about?
See the square hole on the inside wheel? That's the drive wheel. We can run a square rod through that. And when we turn the square rod, it turns the inside wheel. That turns the outside wheel. But when we turn the square rod in the round hole, nothing happens. See, Mama?
No. Come to supper.
All they have to do is stand up the rod and slip the wheels down over it.
And that is how today, in the patented process, the drive shafts are built up with their wheels in any desired combination or series to compute and tabulate and verify as many as 10, 20, even 30 and more columns of figures at a time. Such as in the payroll machine. Utility billing, and all the others. All made possible by the little wheel. I call it the magic wheel. Yes, your thoughts sure crowd in on you at a time like this. Like when I was a boy, I used to hear when a person drowned, his whole life flashed before him in those few seconds. For years, I was almost afraid to swim. I needn't have worried any more than I needed to worry about coming with the company 25 years ago. And think what it will be in the next 25 years. Over in engineering right now, they are working on machines, some of them electronic, the world may not see for another 5 or 10 years yet. That new finish can take it. Yes, sir. Everything they do here today, tomorrow they do better. To take a business that's already the leader and make it even better. I wish now I'd told Mr. Allen that when he gave me the pin. Look at the spirit around here. You feel it anywhere you go in the plant. That NCR family spirit is no bunk. At least they work together like they mean it, and they play together like they mean it, whether it's noon-hour quoits with rubber tires and pegs they stick in the floor between the assembly lines, or dartball, or ping pong, checkers or chess, or noontime movies. Or after hours, or on weekends and holidays when we get together at Old River. The park created by the company for the employees, a stone's throw from the plant. By golly, NCR isn't only a good place to work, it's a way of life. For that matter, life for all of us is richer today than it was even 25 years ago. We are living longer, but better yet, our years are fuller. We have more things to do, but strangely enough, we have more time to do them. That is because the whole tempo of our existence has been speeded up. We have more time to enjoy pleasant places. Yes, sir. A very pleasant, highly satisfactory life. Right within the family, our people have every chance to upgrade themselves. Our NCR evening schools, the first of their kind, have been running for more than 50 years. Nor do we consider that our responsibility ends at the factory gate. Every week in the year, several thousand Dayton children swarm to the Saturday morning free movies and other entertainment in the auditorium. Every boy and girl in Dayton that graduates from high school gets his or her diploma on the same NCR stage. In the selling end tool, we have made the same solid advance. The company, realizing the need for a quiet place where salesmen could be trained, a site was selected, an old sugar camp overlooking the factory. First, a tent city. Then Colonel Deeds took a long look ahead. He replaced the tents with permanent classrooms, assembly and dining halls, cottage dormitories, and recreational facilities. The beautiful campus spreads over the shaded, breeze-swept knolls overlooking Old River and, of course, the parent plant. Today, it is more than a sales school. It is a famous school of American business. In whatever way our lives are touched by the business world, business machines, largely national machines, speed up the millions of transactions. Take shopping. There would be no giant supermarkets as we know them today were it not for the fast, all-duty checkout machines developed by NCR. Suppose some weird, impossible calamity struck us, the way they do it in science fiction. And suddenly every national checkout register in the world would vanish into thin air. Can you imagine what would happen?
Well, I hope you won't mind waiting. What's the matter up there?
She's slow today.
That'll be $4.79. Oh, just a minute. I forgot the tax. Oh, dear.
Isn't this awful? I like to take my time looking around, but when I get ready to go, I want to get out of here.
Thank you.
And then, when we call off the evil eye,
Thank goodness. 25, 34, makes 50.
now life picks up tempo again.
Well, that's more like it.
18, 24, 25.
It would be the same in a payroll department of any size at all, if they suddenly had to go back to the old methods. Instead of a national payroll machine that does all the tabulating and calculating for her in a flash, now she has to look up and figure out each paycheck separately.
Well, Betty, how are we coming? Are you going to have the payroll up by noon?
Noon? I'll be lucky if I get it out this week.
What?
Well, look. Time cards, worksheets, regular earnings, overtime pay, shift premiums, bonuses, and the deducts. Social Security, withholding tax, state and federal, and who has hospitalization and group insurance, and union dues, and annuities. Oh, and there's community chest and government bonds. No two checks are alike, and you're asking me.
But we've got to get them today. How much more help do you need?
Well, maybe with 5 more girls, I could get it out by tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night? What? Tomorrow night?
Now we'll have it out by noon.
Well, that's better.
Yes, I think most anyone would agree that's better. It's better in every type of accounting. It's better for getting out your telephone, gas, and water and electric bills. Whether it's the cash register that records retail sales in all kinds of stores, or the plain adding machine, or the accounting machines that are keeping up with the increasing needs and complexities of modern business. Each is the most complete machine for the job to be done, built to give all the right answers all the time. Our engineers have a torture room where they hook up machines to operate automatically 24 hours a day, year in and year out, to see if they can catch them in a mistake or wear them out. On a single machine, receipts have been printed, figures have been itemized, carriages have been thrown back and forth. Indicators have popped up 10 to 20 million times. Keys have been punched. Drawers have been jerked in and out. Name your torture, we have it.
Go to work all night?
Oh, is it that time already? So it is.
Got a letter from the kid today.
You did?
Yes, he's on leave in a place called Abadan. Look what he says.
Dear Dad, guess what? I was out giving this old Persian town the once-over when I came to one of those rug stalls. Oh, excuse me. These people call all Americans Johnny.
Johnny, Sahid.
How much?
Sado Bistoman.
How much is that?
Sado Bistoman. $40.
I'll give you $10.
Oh, Boro Johnny, Tomas Tarinisti. Allah Shahede, Sarami Konam, Kola Sarami Sari. Zono Bacham Goshnan, Allah Shahede, Allah, Allah.
Okay.
No, okay. Okay, $10. Tortito man.
Hey, National Cash Register. Back home, I help make these babies. Your loving son, Don.
Well, that's a good one.
Well, don't work too late.
Oh, I won't. I'm leaving now. Glad the boy's all right.
So am I. Good night.
Good night. It takes something like that to make a fellow realize, as far as this company's concerned, we are one world. Wherever you may go to the farthest corners of the earth, one thing American you are sure to find: the National Cash Register. Paris, Berlin, London, Rio, Canberra, Saskatoon, Hong Kong, Bombay, Singapore, Istanbul, Bangkok, Johannesburg. To most people, they're just faraway places with strange-sounding names, but to us, they're next-door neighbors. Makes you stop and think, doesn't it? All over the world, they're adopting American products. We're getting together that much anyway. At least that's one step in the right direction, isn't it?
I grew up in Dayton. I mean, you think about the retail landscape now, how radically different it is. Self-checkout, people using squares, no cash transactions, all of that is just radically different. For the better and for the worse. And then also, Amazon's attempt to make a smart store where you would just, whatever you walk out with, it charges you for. That is another thing that was tried, and I don't think it was really successful. They stopped doing it. But, yeah, I mean, we add that to the list of things that have changed radically in the 20th century. But thanks, folks, for switching over to tv.avgeeks.com. That I said right now it's live, but I'm going to switch it back to a 24/7 stream, and then I will when I do lunch again. Although tomorrow is going to be pre-recorded because I have a friend visiting, a fellow archivist visiting from out of town, and I don't know weather-wise. We might go out and I'll show her the sights of Raleigh. Haven't decided what that's going to entail. I don't know if she'll want to do the show or not, but we will see. Otherwise, we will pre-record. But yeah, go over to tv.avgeeks.com. It's a great way to support us. But also you can support us by hitting the like, the subscribe. You can also support us in the super thanks comment, patreon.com/avgeeks or ko-fi.com/avgeeks to buy us some coffee. We love your suggestions, and I would love for you to go over to tv.avgeeks.com and give me some suggestions on what you would like to see. This idea was hatched yesterday morning as I was drinking coffee, and so it is just a little bit more than a day old. So there's room for improvement, and I want to streamline it and make it easy for you to use on your computer, your tablet, maybe your phone. I don't know how that would work, but we could try to figure that out. But the YouTube stream is not going away. Twitch, I'm up in the air about. But, yeah, I mean, there is no but. But the current streaming thing is pulling from YouTube, so it's got 12,000 films to be pulling from, and including commercials and PSAs. So, thanks for watching today.